What's up, you guys? This is Ninja XTX, and I'm back to share another video with you guys. This video is actually lesson 44 in my Chairbound Escrima series. Today, again, we're discussing the knife. And as I say before we begin each lesson with the knife, the knife is a very brutal and graphic tool of defense and protection. As a result, the techniques that I show are going to be very graphic, and I'm going to discuss some graphic things. So please, parental and viewer discretion is advised. Now on with lesson 44. Today I'm using a different type of knife. It is a survival knife that is made by the Tomahawk Company. To me, this blade or this knife is it takes a lot from the K-bar knife, but it also adds to it, if that makes sense. It is not a K-bar knife, but it is made in the same basic design as a K-bar knife. Now, the whole knife is a heavy steel, and as you can see, the handle is made of a very, very heavy steel. And unlike the K-bar, it has the K-bar actually has this, but it on a smaller scale. This blade has a rather large guard so that your hand does not slip when you're using it. It also has the regular edge, and then it has a sawback edge on the other side. Now, I will discuss why the sawback edge and the regular edge are bonuses after I finish the drill. But today's drill is very simple. Let's say your attacker has a blade and you're going knife to knife. I don't recommend this, but sometimes you have to go knife to knife. Instead of cutting your opponent or defanging a snake, if you will, you can kick with the pommel, but as he comes in, instead of cutting him, you can actually use the grooves of the sawback edge to catch his knife and strip it. Now, if you go knife to knife, as I said, your hand will be protected because of this guard here. In fact, let me move up a little bit so you guys can see it more. I don't know whether you guys can see the large guard that's here, but let's say he comes in to stab you. As he comes in to stab you, you can then catch his blade with the, as I said, the sawback edge and strip it. And usually, if the attacker loses his knife or loses his, and pardon the pun, loses the edge, he will back off. So this can de-escalate a fight, de-escalate a knife fight before it even begins, which is the main goal. The main goal is to de-escalate, if you can, de-escalate a situation before it gets violent. Now the drill I want you guys to practice is a drill that works on the horizontal line. Now you see me work a lot of vertical cuts, but you never really see somebody doing a horizontal cut with a knife like this. So what we're going to do is on the horizontal line for this drill. Now, keep in mind you have a regular edge, and you also have a sawback edge. Now, let's say your attacker is coming in to stab you, and you have to use the blade. As he comes in, cut. Then you can come back and cut. So basically, you're cutting on the horizontal plane at the midline, which the midline is the abdomen. The abdomen, which contains your intestines and many other vital organs. If you cut those, you'll bleed out. Your attacker will bleed out quicker, and you will be able to escape. But the problem then becomes, how would you explain it to police? That's why I don't recommend using a knife like this, except if it's except for the occasion that it is a extreme survival situation. Okay, so again, you're cutting on the horizontal plane. As he comes in, keep in mind, he has to come down to get you. So, as he comes in, cut the abdomen. Then, come back and cut the abdomen. Opening him up even further. Most of the time, when you cut that first time, especially with a knife like this, it's going to do a lot of damage, because you're not only cutting in with the regular bladed edge. As you cut in with that, you're also cutting in with the sawback edge. So in a lot of ways, this is like a double-edged dagger, if you would. So here we go. As he comes in, cut. As you cut, you then turn the knife over and cut again. Starting, now on the second cut, you would actually start with the serrated or the sawback edge and end with the regular edge. But this is a very brutal drill. You still want to keep your center line protected. But just in case if he comes down and he's still able to get a cut, or if he's still able to utilize his knife, the chances of him cutting you, if you have your center line protected, are not eliminated. They're lessened. They are very lessened if you use a blade like this. And another thing I noticed on this blade is it has a cutout blood groove. A cutout blood groove enables air to get to your opponent's wound quicker, which will pretty much cause an ugly death if need be. Which nobody's death is needed, but if it comes down to you or the other person in a survival situation, you want it to be you so you can go home to your family. But as I said before, you also want to be able to articulate to the police why you use a knife like this. Again, that's why I don't advocate a knife like this unless it's an extreme survival situation. Now, one more time I'm going to show you guys the drill. As your attacker comes in to stab you, you just cut. And then you cut again. But keep it on the horizontal plane. Like so. I hope it made sense to everybody. Please take care of yourselves and each other. One world, one love. If you have any questions, comments, or requests, please send them to my YouTube account. Or if you know how to get into me on Facebook, please send them to my Facebook account. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Bye-bye.